Chapter 10. Blood is the only fluid tissue in the human body. Blood is classified as connective tissue. The physical characteristics and volume of blood, color range. Oxygen-rich blood is scarlet red, and oxygen-poor blood is dull red. pH must remain between 7.35 and 7.45. Blood temperature is slightly higher than body temperature at 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. In a healthy man, blood volume is about 5 to 6 liters, or about 6 quarts. Blood makes up 8% of body weight. Alright, the composition of blood plasma. It's composed of 90% water. It includes these dissolved substances: nutrients, salts or electrolytes, respiratory gases, hormones, plasma proteins, and waste products. Plasma proteins, they're most abundant solutes in plasma. The most plasma proteins are made by liver. The various plasma proteins include albumin, which regulates osmotic pressure, clotting proteins, they help to stem blood loss when a blood vessel is injured, and antibodies, they help protect the body from pathogens. Alright, the main function of erythrocytes, the main function is to carry oxygen. The anatomy of circulating erythrocytes is the biconcave discs, essentially bags of hemoglobin, anucleate, which means no nucleus. It contains very few organelles. About 5 million RBCs per cubic millimeter of blood. Describe hemoglobin and explain its importance in the erythrocytes. Hemoglobin is a iron-containing protein, binds strongly but reversibly to oxygen. Each hemoglobin molecule has 4 oxygen binding sites. Each erythrocyte has 250 million hemoglobin molecules. Explain the function of leukocytes. Leukocytes, they are crucial in the body's defense against disease. These are complete cells with a nucleus and organelles. Leukocytes are able to move into and out of blood vessels. Leukocytes can respond to chemicals released by damaged tissues, and they're 4,000 to 11,000 WBC per cubic millimeter of blood. The 5 types of leukocytes, they are 3 granular and 2 agranular. The 3 granular are neutrophils, which act as phagocytes, phagocytes, at active sites of infection. Eosinophils, found in response to allergies and parasitic worms. And then basophils, they have histamine-containing granules. They initiate inflammation. The agranulocytes are lymphocytes, which play an important role in the immune response. And then monocytes, they are important in fighting chronic infection. All right, define the following. Erythrocytes, they are red blood cells, or RBCs. The main function is to carry oxygen. Leukocytes. Leukocytes, those are white blood cells, or WBCs. They're crucial in body's defense against disease. Platelets. They are needed for the clotting process. They're derived from ruptured multinucleate cells. The thrombus. Thrombus is a clot in an unbroken blood vessel. It can be deadly in areas like the heart. Embolus. An embolus is a thrombus that breaks away and floats freely in the bloodstream. It can later clog vessels in critical areas such as the brain. Now, hematopoiesis. Hematopoiesis. The definition is blood cell formation. And then homeostasis is the stoppage of bleeding resulting from a break in a blood vessel. Where does hematopoiesis occur? That occurs in the red bone marrow. The three phases involved in hemostasis are vascular spasms. The vascular spasms cause blood vessel to spasm, which narrows the blood vessel, decreasing blood loss. The second is platelet plug formations. Platelet plug formations, they're collagen fibers which are exposed by a break in a blood vessel, and they become sticky. Anchored platelets release chemicals to attract more platelets, and platelets pile up to form a platelet plug. The third one is coagulation, which is also a blood clot. Injured tissues release tissue factor, or TF. It's a series of chemical reactions which create strands of insoluble fibrin, which forms a meshwork. Describe the following hemostatic imbalances related to the blood. Anemia is a decrease in the oxygen carrying ability of the blood. Cyanosis is a slightly bluish, grayish, or dark purple discoloration of the skin caused by reduced hemoglobin in the blood. Sickle cell anemia, or SCA, results from abnormally shaped hemoglobin. Polycythemia is an excessive or abnormal increase in the number of erythrocytes. Leukocytosis generally indicates an infection. That's when the WBC, or white blood cell count, is above 11,000 leukocytes cubed. Leukopenia is an abnormally low leukocyte level. It's commonly caused by certain drugs, such as corticosteroids and anti-cancer agents. Leukemia is when bone marrow becomes cancerous, turns out excess WBC.